any second now. Okay, I'm getting weird. Okay, finally. Why is it not picking up on my audio? For some reason. Okay, I think we finally got it. Welcome to the stream. We went to the KVK a little over, or actually a little under 12 hours ago. And as usual, I didn't actually stay up to reset, to get everything sorted. I only did this morning. So I woke up to a lot of things. And the first thing I've done is just set up my canyon, but also I got all of the discounted items and transmutation stones, hoping for tomorrow's update to maybe give me some armaments, but I'm not sure if I will get any. I don't know yet, so we'll see. But currently I have, I think, 14, which is like a couple rerolls, so it's better than nothing for sure. And other than that, I just finished Karrak this morning, the very first one, and I maxed my mine and got my research center to 12 as per my guide that I strictly follow. Now, if the music is too loud, let me know. I did turn it up a bit because at times it sounds very quiet, and that it might change because it's a different song. But if you can hear me, that's good. If you can't, let me know. Now, we got a lot of bastions to do, killing barbs, joining builds. I didn't join any, and I only scoured the map to see what we got at our disposal, and it's a bit unusual. It's a lot more skill damage oriented, so there's not a lot of like smite variables or anything like that, like Joan Fort skill, for example. It's not available here. Herman's Fort skill is not available, but rather the second skill, I think, or the third one, which is actually really good for archers. So it's mostly a skill damage type of KVK, which I don't mind. I only have like one really, like, that's Smite March, so I'm still very much a skill damage player. And we have the following skills. We have Burika, which is a decent one if you have some range engine going on. Sun Tzu Fort skill is great, 20% skill damage. This one has potential, and I think a certain pairing are gonna be very, very good at this KVK, and I'm gonna talk about it later. But it involves Liu and Alex. Then we have Pelagius healing skill, which is honestly one of the better healing skills in the game. Then we got the standard Belisarius, which is just really good in every scenario. Baybars, city attacking, not really beneficial, really, unless we go into the starting zones and invade and swarm cities, and it's fucking great. YG second skill, more rage and more bonus to archers. So I'm already thinking to use this one and this one on my archer march. It's very simple, very straightforward, and it gets the job done. Then we have the El Cid second skill, which is a lot of insta proc damage, which in turn once again synergizes with Leo Alex. So I think that March has a lot of potential, this KVK. Next up is Mehmet. Mehmet's second skill is really good and it's very versatile. So I'm debating whether to use this on my infantry or my cavalry, but I'm steering more towards cavalry. We got Charlemagne. This is definitely going to be on my Guan march because of the shield. No other reason. Wu Zetian, I don't know which skill it is, but it's useless for most people, like 99% of people. It's going to be useless. Then we got Ramsey's healing skill, which is also one of the better ones because it has a lot of defense. And then you have Zenobia's, I think, fourth skill, which is very mid. Very mid. Even as a garrison. So I'm gonna brainstorm more about that later, but that's just the introduction to the bastions. Currently, let's accept one while we move forward. So in the starting zone, I'm obviously gonna prefer to work on the ones that are really with immediate effect, and that is pretty much every single one except Baybars. So Baybar's gonna be last. I'm gonna probably prioritize getting Herman, Belisarius, and then probably Kusunoki, and then Boudica and Pelagius. So we're gonna have 2, 4, 5. So it's not gonna be an even amount of skills. So we're gonna be having like really good 2 marches, or maybe even spread it around. But I don't know how effective is that in the grand scheme of things. But it's okay. Let's do some tech while we're at it. Like I haven't done any tech. I only got the basics in terms of building done. And I know some by memory, but if I'm ever like, second guessing, I can always check in my documents. You can also check in the description if you want. And last KVK, I got 80 million crystals, so I got more crystals than usual. I can show you quickly right here. Yeah, so going into it, I got 4,130,000. No, 4,013,000. No, you know, my brain is not braining at the moment. You see the amount on the screen, and I spent maybe half of it just by upgrading. So it's a little bit depressing, but it's just part of the game. Yeah, more than half at this point. But we also have 2.5 million in the bank. But also, if you include bastions, we might be pushing a decent amount on the stream. And yeah. So we're gonna do larger camps. Okay, now actually kind of second guessing. It's been 3 months, right? So larger camps, skillful operation to 2, swift march to 3, larger camps to 3. All right, we can do that. So skillful operation. This guide is really helpful, as you can see, for myself. Because, yeah, it's getting kind of hard to remember things way down the line every couple months. So this gets the job done. Yeah, swift march number 3. Hey guys, I need more gold stars. It's hard to get them. Well, I think they... let me see. I mean, the only big tip I could give around stars is I always have way too much of them. I'm never gonna run out of them. Yeah, I got 5k. But the simple solution is don't make commanders higher in level than they need to be. Okay, you see mine at 60, but that's because I just have too much and I don't really care about it. But if you're like short on gold stars, only make the primary commanders of a march, for example, William Wallace, Nevsky, someone like that. Make him the primary, make him 60, and then you can leave the others at 40. Because going from 40 to 60 takes a lot of stars compared to 1 to 40. So that's an easy way to save on stars. Second is buy them from the courier shop every time they're here. And also in stage 3 of the RCF building, you can also turn it in. Where you get the heads, you can also turn it in for stars. And the rest, I think you're gonna get like from events. I think those are the known sources that I can think of right now. Maybe in some events, it's sometimes valued to get gold stars, but in most cases, I would not recommend it because it's just expensive. Right, so where were we? We were here. Right, larger camps. Here we go. And I think I said this, but if you want to see the guide, it's literally in the description of this video, and pretty much all of my videos in the past half a year, you can always check for this guide. So we reached skillful operation. What's next? Okay, so we're gonna make it 5-5 treaties. Okay, got it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Then we can kill some barbs at last. I haven't killed a single barb so far. And I noticed a lot of people complain about barbs in Lost Kingdom. They're like leashing too much. You can't chain anymore, really. So I'm kind of curious to see that for myself before making any conclusions. But I've seen more than one person complain about it, so I think there must be some truth to it. And I gotta be honest, I'm not chaining as much as I used to like a year ago or something. And last KVK I barely chained, maybe in the last couple days, but not something I would consider like routine. Just because I have spare time, I could do it. But also I do not have as much AP as I had last time, so I might resort to spending a bit more time chaining. But if it's actually doable. If it's not, I'll just, you know, figure out something. And I made a specific poll about this, but it's looking very likely they're gonna switch from Ottoman to France. Just because of this, like the Hellstone heal speed. And actually the special unit is actually pretty cool for my setup because I have 2 to 2.5 infantry marches. And if I remember, special unit is very tanky. It has a lot of health and it looks cool in the field because of the axes. So definitely a lot of upsides. And yeah, let me check my AP. So not a lot, in my opinion. I spent a decent amount in Home Kingdom trying to get gems to unlock William Wallace. That was a very painful period, but in the end it was effective, so I'm not too regretful about that. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and I made some videos about him, so it wasn't too terrible. And now I'm finally at the point where I can just save up sculptures and then decide for the next commander what I'm going to do. So am I going to skip him? Am I going to work on him? But I'm really curious to see the next field archer commander. We saw the garrison has mighty healing. I'm not sure if the field one will gonna have the same type of mechanics. It's likely, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go to cultural exchange, make these 4 out of 5. And then we can move up. I want to do this before I accept any bastion because it's more value, like more points, more crystals. It's the logical thing to do. I still have 1 million, which is honestly surprising a bit, because I think usually at this point you are getting a bit low, but I'm glad that's not the case. The more crystals the better, but also probably because I started doing this kind of late for my standards, like almost 12 hours late. So over time it got accumulated. They mentioned commander reset option. Yes, but I'm not too thrilled about it because there hasn't been anything mentioned about refunding any sculptures. So I don't know what's the purpose if it's not that, but for example, if you reset Cao Cao and you decide not to unlock his expertise, you know, you don't lose out during the attack on the defense. Like the attack you gain is all right, but it's not something that's too must have. Same thing with Hugo. So kind of ironic. It's mostly cav commanders having that. Oh, I don't have Hugo unlocked, but no. Hugo, you can decide not to, but I think if you want the healing factor, if you really micro down your Hugo, it's actually a really cool mechanic that you can utilize. Also, yeah, you get some defense and more skill damage. So it has its pros and cons, so we're going to see how it actually looks after the update. This update looks like a very impactful one, and yeah, I just want to stock up on transmutation stones because I am honestly very curious about Delta formation. And if you guys saw the Chisgo video he made about potentially Delta being for cavalry, I think it makes a lot of sense, and I will start dispatching Delta formation as soon as possible so I can kind of prepare for it. Like I'm going to switch out Echelon, for example, for Delta formation. Like I'm not going to be too invested much into the healing formation unless it's really busted, but I don't see that myself doing anytime soon, maybe next year, because I'm probably gonna stick to using just one Archer March, and if the meta ends up being the mighty healing pair, I don't know, I'm probably gonna have to skip out because I don't have enough heads to work on both of them. Or I can work on Herman, which is beneficial for pretty much everyone around me and myself. And it's a very possible option. I like Herman. I know he might not have like the highest DPS combined with Zugia, because I think for the simple fact everyone targets Zugia first in the Murder Ball just because of Herman. So once the new archers come out, for example, if they're a bigger threat to you on the field, you're probably gonna focus them first, which in turn makes Zuge Herman a better march overall in terms of traits and the outcome, you know. So I think there's pros and cons, and in some ways I actually want the new archers to be a bigger threat than anything else on the field, because they might leave my archers alone, which is not a bad thing, of course. Okay, where were we? Okay, so now I think now is we upgrade to 16. Yes, we upgrade to 16. Okay. So this is gonna take a big chunk out of crystals, but for a good reason. Every level you upgrade, it takes less speed ups and time to do the tech. Actually, no, it reduces the crystal cost. My bad. So I can honestly definitely notice the difference in getting to 80 million crystals, because at this point I'll be having maybe 300k, and now I'll have 470. So in the early stages, that's actually a massive amount, because everything costs so little at the beginning and it adds up. So here we're gonna do, let's actually go attack formation 1, and then we're gonna go back and do tier 1. Perfect. So I want to get my infantry up first because I have a lot of infantry marches. It makes the most sense. Okay, that's a bit too expensive now, so we're gonna do cavalry next, because I might do forts with them. I might do archers too, because I chained archers, actually. I think we got it done before we got any bastions done, so that's awesome. Eh, see, there's a gold star right here. It's a bit not really cheap, but I'm doing it because there is a quest for buying things from the courier from one of the ancients. So usually I get to 50k crystals, but by the time I reach 50k crystals, it's not really that impactful anymore, but it's nice. Every single crystal counts, and if you have it and you can do it, why not? I don't know why it keeps showing me that there's a notification here, but there really nothing to click on. But it's a bit annoying. And wow, I actually got enough. So let's see, we need, this is 120k. Okay, we're nearly there. Now, when it comes to Lost Canyon, I picked up the flag and I got it special talented for leadership for my Trajan. I got the boots, but unfortunately this is only to make it level oh wait, level 4 gives march speed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Wait a minute. Let's see. Awaken. Yes. So as you can see, I level 3. Next up will be 6.5% and 20 materials. I might save this for alliance mobilization, but if it doesn't occur before the pass opening, I'll probably do this first, because 6.5% march speed on infantry is a pretty big deal. So it's like a flag. So I'm definitely gonna do this, but I'm waiting to make some double value with crafting alliance mobilization skill, you know. So I'll definitely consider it. And as for speed ups, I'm gonna be very conservative with training speed ups. I'm obviously gonna use all the training speed ups I have for it, but when I run out, I'm gonna think twice whether I should do them. This is not a lot speed ups, and before, I think when the day of pass opening, then I'll switch to France, and I'm probably gonna stay France until the very end of fighting, and I'll probably revert back to Ottoman so I can have the march speed during Arc of Osiris. I think that's the plan, and I have more than enough tokens for it. I have 4, so I'm gonna use 2 this KVK, and I think that's gonna be a very, very solid choice. Yeah, I also got 62 hammers, so next time it comes around I can do, yeah, I can do a decent, at least to floor 5, and maybe try push more. It might depend on my jump count because it's very low, but it's an option if I decide to want anything more from the blacksmith. But let's see. Probably the boots, I would say. Boots are just very, very good pieces to shared zone. Yeah, kinda. There's gonna be the free altar, but this is gonna be the altar fight. Now I'm very looking forward to an altar fight. It's been probably over a year since the last time we had it, and man, I want to test out my new meta march, which is William with Liuce. I want to see how he does. Okay, first chain is successful. Yo, what's up, Dom? Bro, I got my PC like an hour ago, and right away I got everything ready for the stream. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty damn sweet. Yeah, this is probably the lowest I've ever ranked in Canyon, but it just shows you how many people are in this KVK. There's like 4 kingdoms per camp. So yeah, I just hope for lots of fighting, like, to wash away the KVK from last time. So it's gonna be interesting. The match is looking very even in terms of power, kill points. So it's all gonna be about the matter who's gonna fight more, who's gonna drop less, or actually drop more power. And I could really use losing some power because almost 4.5 million troops. Yeah. So I'm definitely due for some trimming down, because it's very, very unusual for me to have this amount of troops. Okay. Yeah, man, get a PC. Like, I made some videos on my laptop, like the last 2, and the difference is immeasurable. Like how faster it is, how cleaner it is. It's just awesome. Now, talking about support skills, the good thing is I can unlock every single one of them, so I can get the achievement at the end if I want to. It's extra gold heads and some items, so definitely nice one. Usually sometimes I get Minamoto or something that I can't really obtain in this one, but this time around we got some good choices. So for transparency's sake, these are my marches. So we got Zugi with Burica. And if it weren't for YSG in the Bastion, I could probably rock YSG because there is Herman with the march speed. But I do want to use the YSG Bastion on my archers because it's just free rage and attack, and I'm not gonna say no to that. So we got Zugi Burica, we got Liu with, oh I should say Wallace with Liu, we got Juan Scipio with a relic, then we have Nevsky William and Trajan Mulan. So that is the basis. Okay, we finished that. That's awesome. Let's get the other barb skill for more crystal. So from roughly speaking, I'm gonna use Herman skill for the march speed and probably YG second skill on the archers. Rage is nice, attack is nice. I think I said this earlier, but I think you can't go wrong with this as a single archer march. It's pretty stacked. Now for my smite infantry, I'm probably gonna do Belisarius, because there is not something that gives me a boost to normal damage, like Joel 4th skill for example would be amazing, but we're dealt with the cards we're dealt. And probably, because other ones are mostly skill related, it's either gonna be Kusunoki or El Cid, but it's looking more El Cid because the damage factor is higher. And probability is higher because Liu Che has second 2 basic attacks, which doubles the chance of this proccing, so very beneficial. But I also think if you run Liu Alex and if you pair this and, for example, Kusunoki, which also has this insta proc damage compared to Alex's second skill as well, so you have multiple sources of insta proc damage, and I think this march and this KVK are going to be very, very good. I might test it because I have a double relic Alex, but I'm mostly going to be running William with Liu Che. Now as for my skill damage infantry, the one is going to be a no-brainer, is going to be Charlemagne, just because of the shield. Shield gives 1 more damage, and the more shields there are, the more damage he will do in theory. And the second skill is up to debate, like I could do for example Sun Tzu, skill damage, both commanders do skill damage. I think it's a fine choice, but if I want to take it extra notch, I can do Mehmet. But I think I'm probably going to use Mehmet on my cavalry, because I think there's more stats to it, but I'm going to think about this just yet. So we got Charlemagne and possibly Sun Tzu on Guan Scipio, and for the cavalry we got probably Mehmet and Boudica. Boudica suggests to keep the rage engine going, because my cavalry march is usually the first one to be releasing the skill cycles and getting out of position, so any type of healing he does, it's beneficial. And the last march is probably going to be Trajan, and for Trajan I just wanted to stay alive, so it's going to be Ramses, because he also has a heal but also has defense, and Trajan loses defense during his active skill, so I think that kind of negates it. And second skill is probably going to be Pelagius, because it's a very good healing skill. And I think that sets it, because Baybars is a skill city hitting skill, Uzetian is only garrison, and Zenobia is only garrison. So you only have, out of, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 14, you only have 11 skills to work with, and I only use 5 marches, so I don't need 10. I don't even need more than 10. I'm probably going to be even less, because I'm probably not going to use all my marches, but it all depends on my speed up situation. So I hope France is able to counter that. So if that happens, then I could use more marches, which in theory should mean more kills. It's all upside to me, so I hope it happens. I'll just try to do a lot of barbs KVK compared to the last one. I'll try to do a bit more, and we'll see. So the first fight is gonna be in a week from now, but I'm gonna be on vacation starting from the 30th, so like 2 days, like a day and a half. So I hope fighting is gonna be, well, for my sake, I hope it drags on to when I'm going to leave, and hopefully for the rest of my kingdom they keep fighting, just because we need to drop power, we need to, you know, keep up from last KVK. But I also hope they don't go too hard, because I hope, you know, when I come back I want to participate in Delta fights and next zone openings, and Kingdom is gonna be so nice. So Belly skill is good for Zuki Liang or YG by hitting 5 March. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think putting it on a March that does the highest DPS overall, which in my opinion is within Wallace with Liu Che, because it does smite damage. So I'm thinking using that because, you know, Liu Che hits 5 targets too, and it's a half a circle, and if it doesn't do as well, I can always change it around to see what works, what doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work as intended. 16 UTC Kings at opening. Oh, nice. That's like 2 hours away, so I don't know if I'll stream that long. I'll see. I hope 77 wins. I fought them in the past, or I should say our kingdom fought it in the past. No, our group fought it in the past. I think it was 1965, if I remember. And they were very strong, like very strong. And they continue to be strong, and I prefer them over 24, 29. Okay, so doing good so far. Strategic reserves, great. So this is an event that you need to utilize and use 5 archers if you're KVK, because it's double the value. So I'm definitely gonna do that over the weekend to supercharge my tech and spend a good chunk of my AP. It's perfect. Probably gonna be in line when we do our RCF rebuilds. And we have 4 kingdoms, so it's gonna be very active in the first stages. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be double dipping on all sides, so that's great. Hey Dom, I know you're pessimistic, man. I'm not gonna rule out 77 like that. They ain't no bitches. Yeah, they can hold their own. They'll do just fine. What do you mean? To be fair, I didn't keep up with their KVK, so I have no idea what's the situation there. Maybe their pins are down, maybe their allies are cut off. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Aloys, hey man. How's it going? Okay, tuning so far so good, no one leashed. So maybe it's KVK specific. I know a lot of people in Alliance Invictus KVK complained that barbs, you know, suspiciously move away when you're near them, or once you're attacking one, they decide to go like way far from you. So far this might be the only case that happens to me. Yeah, but maybe not. Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah, buddy, let's go. Okay. I read some chats. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so how close am I to crafting this? Yeah, pretty far. Pretty far. So I don't know if this week, I think we should be getting the dig event. I think, if memory serves. Yes. Okay, great. So if I go to 4 or 5, that's a guaranteed legendary. Material and the blueprints. Still not enough. That's okay. Now let's see if I have any. I only have 2 special inscriptions. Yeah. But what about rare? Rare I got more of. So I got this one. I had this one, which I'm still in shock that I got. Like, very good. Got nullify. Got unswerving, which got really bad rolls, but it is what it is. Oh, focus fire. Oh shit, I forgot about this armament. Yo, okay. I forgot about this. So wait a minute, so let's do legendary and what is this? Is this the emblem? Shit. Which, yeah. So I have shielded. Okay. Oh yeah. So no wonder I was stacked. Yeah, double inscription here. Oh, hello, Hassan. Yeah, I hope for a nice KVK. Yeah, this summer is too good to change. So does it say you have to have special inscription for you to get reimbursed? For every rare inscription armament you acquire for a given formation, you earn 1 point of progress for that formation. Ah, I see. So I don't think I'll get any from the update if I if I think about it. Because I haven't been that lucky, but maybe they consider Hunter because it's a special inscription. That'll be nice. Okay, so Baybars. Fuck it. Okay. On the first day, maybe I should split it up because getting all these level 2 is more crystal production. I think that is not a bad idea. I mean, it's bones at the end of the day. Okay. Get a food. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so it's mostly food, right? Food and wood. Okay. So we got wood. And we got food. Okay. Reimbursement counts just for 1,500 Legos or more for specific formation. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's not encouraging at all. But maybe I did accumulate enough because I have 5 of these, so I mostly open arch and wedge, so 1800 times 5, that's 1200 armaments, if my math is matting, which I'm 300 away, so basically 2 chests away. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be interesting how they calculate this, because I'm curious to see how much I've gotten, but yeah, it's probably gonna be whale things. Sad. But we march on. We don't care. We move on. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, these are my museum relics, by the way. I don't use most of these, but yeah. This one is just for Canyon. It might not even be that long because if I decide to work with Herman, YG is out of Canyon, so might be a little bit short-sighted because it's not a trivial amount of coins. Richard, honestly, I could salvage him, right? Yeah, it's not a lot. I don't really use him anymore. Saladin, just for joining things. I got double relic Alex, so might test him out this KVK as well, maybe. And Guan relic numero uno. I hope it helps just a little bit. We'll see. Rest. I did dismantle Martel because I just don't use them. Very simple. Mehmet too, I used to have him, but I don't use him, so what's the point? Constantine, for some time I did use him in Kenya, but not anymore, so that's why I ditched him again. And rest, I don't really use at all. So that's how my museum looks. Good time to get Fearless. Oh yeah, Fearless is it the emblem? Oh, it's an arch. Yeah, it's arch. Yeah, that'd be sick. What do you mean forceful is nice, but fearless. Fearless is what's up. I had a rare version of this. Close, but not exactly. I mean, this set hasn't changed well over a year from now. Like, there is literally no upgrade for me to put on my calorie. And if the rumors are true and it's gonna be combo is for calorie, I'm gonna be really bummed out to change this. Gonna be hard to do that, man. Like, it's a really good set. Why are some relics locked? What do you mean? Oh, yes, because I salvaged them. But if you salvage them, for example, oh, you can't salvage. That's right. So if I salvage, it removes the relic bonus. So I have to do it again. See? If I want it, I could just unlock it and I'll have the bonus again. So I don't really need it, like I mentioned. No need for that. Let's do Purika 2. Perfect. Perfect. As a fiddle player, what should I do to have speed ups for KVK War? Speed ups. Well, obviously, one is try not to use speed ups in outside of KVK. Try to have as much as possible. Do forts in off season to make sure you get your alliance chests. Utilize events that come around to get speed ups, and of course save up enough action points so that you can spend the action points in KVK where you get speed ups, gems, crystals, and materials. Before I used to put more emphasis on Marauders, but I think now it's just every time I do Marauders, it's like it's giving me less and less of the satchels, and the rewards are not as good as I remember. So I kind of ditch or spend a very trivial amount of AP on Marauders, but I would not recommend them anymore. Sound is too low? Or is the music too high? I can't tell right now because I don't hear myself or the music. And I think I'm speaking in a reasonable volume. But it happens. Sometimes I dip in audio, I don't know why, but it happens. Maybe I changed my microphone around. Yeah, I think I messed up my microphone placement. It should be better now. Okay, we have enough for tech, maybe? Yes, we do. Okay. So since we're chaining with archers, let's upgrade our archers. So how's my tech gonna look before the pass opening? Well, I want to get this done and then maybe unlock one of these. So it's not looking too fancy, but that is the free-to-play way. You focus more on economy side of things first, and then in the mid game you try to balance it out. If you're not having much fighting, you focus more on economy. If you have more fighting, you're still gonna do economy, but at a bit more reasonable rate, because you're gonna be focusing more on actual fighting. So focusing on things you use the most. For example, if you only use infantry, obviously you're gonna focus more on infantry rather than the others. You only do the others to reach the next point. If you're using all marches like me, it's gonna be more costly, but it's the way of the game. You have to adapt. Sometimes you get it done sooner, sometimes you get it later, but you get it done. Yes, barb chaining KVK for speed ups. You can also do 5 marches in a very specific events like I do. You can do multiple barb marches like in strategic reserves, Lohar's trial, even the rebuilding of the ruined Crusader fortress like stage 2, where you kill barbs and do forts. That's also a fine way to get double value. I don't know how many speed ups it gives, but I'm pretty sure it gives some amount. But yeah, like KVK barbs is where you want to be for all purposes, and it gets easier the more you continue into the KVK. Like you have more buffs every day, you're getting stronger every day, so every day is gonna be easier and easier. And at one point, if you have a good march like Zugi Richard, you set it out for days, it's gonna be alive and healthy. So yeah, what is this notification for, man? It's kinda irritating me, man. Okay, I always think I'm missing something on the first day. Oh yeah, Vindicator Tavern. Do not open this. It's a trap. Now, last KVK I had a lot of sovereign keys saved up for Heart's Desire, which is the event before pass opening. So for this time around I'm gonna have less, but I'm banking on getting duplicates. So I'm probably gonna be as close as possible to 200 crystal keys, which is a quest you can have in the mine. Oh yeah, they removed the daily quests. Ah, yeah, okay. Okay. That's actually nice, because every day I was kind of stressing, did I do a Kahar? Did I do a fort when we were fighting? So I think doing it weekly is more stress-free, because you want to, or at least I want to maximize my crystal output. And the quest I'm talking about is this one. So sovereign keys, it only counts if you do them in KVK, sadly. And it's helpful, but it's not game breaking. Like you can get to certain tiers maybe a day earlier, so it's not something like it's too drastic. But if you want to like have a sense of completion, you can definitely save up enough keys for open up in KVK. Okay, let's do some canyon. Ekrem, isn't that wow. Yeah, this one, it's a bit more competitive, I guess, but yeah, you're not gonna win, bro. I want to see how the shield looks from William on my other marches. So William is right here. Oh, oh fuck. Okay, maybe he wins. I forgot to change my attacking lineup. Oh snap! Yeah, I have no gear on my Liuche, but my other marches might carry it. So damn. Okay, I did not pay attention to that. So Trajan's still alive, which basically seals his fate. Like, there's no way I'm gonna lose. Yeah. So let's do one more so I can. Harald Alex? Yikes. So these are younger kingdoms. Edward? Oh yes, let's go. So now we're actually gonna do a proper lineup. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty legit. I want to see the shield effect on the marchers. Well, I don't even see the shields. Okay, that was too quick. That was too quick. But I'm gonna save some in case I get a canyon quest from bastions. I always take those. Did you get it just for VIP? Not really, no. Maybe like very early in the game to try to reach VIP 10, but that was such a long time ago. I might be even misremembering. But usually, no. I just try to finish the events that come around to give me gems. And, you know, use some alliance credits too. If you have enough. But I try to be more conservative with your alliance credits. In case something bad happens in the kingdom, you need to be ready. And thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome to stop by anytime. I'm probably gonna be streaming a bit more since KVK. Outside of KVK, my activity goes down because I, focus more on real life, other games, and usually it's not that much content to be made about. In most cases, but of course there's always exceptions. Don't run away from me, you coward. How dare you? Come on. Ah. You know what? I'm not gonna even bother anymore. If he comes, he comes. Okay, maybe just a smidge. Okay, I get the hint. Okay, boy. Okay. So we got 5 quests and they're all level 1. So it's gonna be level 2. Yeah, this one won't be level 2, but so this one's gonna be level 2 and this one can be level 2. Okay. Baby steps, baby steps. I get 2k gems daily. I need 1k more gems to be VP 12. Very nice. We can do that probably by the end of the day. So VIP 12, what does that give you again? I forgot. So VIP 11 is Sunset Canyon, troop attack. Okay. AP recovery, defense. Decent, but it's also just 1 sculpture or 2. Oh, okay, okay. That's a good one. So VIP and then VIP 14 is the next big step. Yes. Nice. Yes, I noticed my latency is bad because once I started the stream, my my stream was very delayed for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because it's a new PC and I have the same old settings. I need to reconfigure once again after the stream. So I'm gonna check it out. This stream was just to test out how it works. So far it's been good. It's been a shaky start, but I think it kinda fixed itself in the middle of it. But also I haven't been streaming in days, probably weeks. Yeah, it's been like 2 to 3 weeks since last time I streamed. So yeah, I envisioned this stream to be like an hour and a half long, and I think we're reaching that point. There's not much else to do. There's not much else to do, and I'm probably gonna be configuring my PC and maybe play some other games. We'll see. I've been without a PC for like 2 weeks. I've been relying on my laptop, which has been a very tortured experience compared to the PC. But I got it done, I got it fixed, and I got, you know, I made the most of it. Yeah, VIP 15 is nice, but I've been VIP 15 for long, and once I switched to VIP 16, like the healing resource cost and materials have been very, very beneficial. Like very, very I've been able to craft things more. I've been able to fight more because it costs less, because I had no resources, and considering I don't really have any farms, like I have one but I haven't logged in into it for months. I think it's not even on the map anymore. So yeah, I'm pretty much a no farm guy. So yeah, it just says, yeah, I'm kicked out of alliance. Yeah, probably out of territory. And what you see here is a pretty much a graveyard of characters that I made years ago. So I'm pretty much only min-maxing one account, and it's this one. And I try to do farms. It's not for me. The way I get my resources is by accumulating enough AP, going ham in KVK, spending all of it, and then using my bag before fights. And then I probably have a couple billions total. That will usually last me for the KVK. Then after the KVK ends, or while we're invading, we can maybe find a city to loot, a swarm. I love those situations. So ideally I find a low power city which has a lot of resources. I TP in, I swarm with all my marches, I get all the kills, and I get all the resources. Yeah. I mean, I guess I also wasn't really VIP focused once I hit 14, because 14 gave you the 3 sculptures, and in my mind I thought, hey, you know what, that's enough for me. Like, I just want the sculptures. But once I saw this benefit right here, I wish I focused a bit more earlier on VIP 16, but I'm here right now, and if I were in a spending kingdom or alliance in the early phase of my gameplay, I would probably be a bit more probably VIP 17 if I had to guess, but not VIP 18 for sure. Yeah. So VIP 17 is also something I've been looking forward to, but I'm pretty much 50k, 500k away from that, so it's probably looking like a year or more at this pace. So the damage would be nice, but I'm really not in a rush for it, so it's fine. Yeah, sure, you can check out. Why not? Why not? 586 631. All right. We probably have like a circle of farms. Yeah, something like that. So I'm guessing this is the main, right? And these are the farms. Or is this the main? Having 2 billion gold is enough. I mean, I don't know how many marches you're running, but if you're only using T5s, you're probably gonna be spending a decent amount of it. But if you're using T4s, that can last you for maybe 5-6 KVKs. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, the Barbarian Keeps? Yeah, no, I haven't done them in probably 3 years time. I really don't care about them. Like, it's okay. Like, I don't mind not being 17. Like, it's fine. Like, we'll get there eventually. Don't worry. Also, if you're kind of close to VIP, if you have You always want to make sure if you're free to play to have like 20 to 25 million credits in the bank to get your emergency passports. But over that, you can use it to spend on VIP. Like I think that's the only purchase that makes sense, or perhaps a civilization token, which costs I think 1 million credits, which kind of has its uses if you're switching from off season to KVK. Like if you're in Germany in off season and you switch to, I don't know, Ottoman or France or other civilization, you can do that. But so what does 17 give you in the VIP shop? It just gives you reserves. Not something I can really utilize, but this would be nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is how my resources usually look, yes. But before the pass opens, I pretty much open, I wouldn't say everything, but like 90% of it. I open it, see what I'm working with, and then I adjust accordingly. And I should probably do some forts because these packs are awesome. And in KVK they're only worth doing, but maybe I'll wait for stage 2. Because the very first forts, like 11 11, 12 are not really worth doing AP wise, but 13, 14, 15, they're good value. Yeah, I have that in my guides. Like, don't take the material donations, and I know, but sometimes I'm just impatient. Sometimes I take it, especially if it's bones. And sometimes when I refresh resource quest, it gives me materials to give in, and I really don't want to do that. So sometimes it's just a matter of patience, and most cases I'm not very patient. But also, I also managed to, reach 80 million crystals by doing this, like taking these type of quests. So if you're really diligent and if you don't want to min-max, you can reach 80 million before me. You can probably have a better crystal mine production speed, but ultimately, if you get from point A to point B, but you get a little bit faster, that's okay. As long as you get to the point, that's all that matters to me. So yeah, resources are not a problem. Speed ups are the bigger issue. Like, I used to have like 4,000 1-hour speed ups and lots of 1-minute speed ups, 5-minute speed ups. But this KVK, I'm not gonna be able to have it, so it's gonna be a bit more rough. I have to be a bit more strategic in how many marches I'm gonna use and how to use them, which ones to use. So it's gonna be a bit more different than usual, but I welcome the challenge. It's not always fun to have the same type of choices. So this is the KVK I want to do very, very good in. Because Heroic Anthem is a KVK mode which our group has won the most of. Like, I think we won like 7 or 8 out of, I don't even know how many we played, like 17, 18 KVKs. I lost count, but I'm pretty sure half of it was HA, and we've been very, very good at it. And it's looking like a good matchup, as I said on the stream. And if we all show up and get all the planning done, I don't see why not. I don't see why not on us winning. Okay, let's see. Get a wood. I think this should top me over. Yeah, nice. But you always want to always finish up the node after. Don't be a douche. Perfect. Now we move on to food. So what we're gonna do is simple. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 quests for this, and then 1 gold quest. Easy. Easy. Let's try. Not enough. Let's see. Hey Jimmy, hey, very happy to hear that. Nice. Do you kill 5 to 10 million units of every comp? Yeah, Yeah, I think 5 million, 10 million is the minimum. And yeah, it takes, I mean, it depends on the opponent. Like, if you're up against an Empyrean Kingdom, it's gonna take up more resources, but if you're gonna take up, you know, lower power kingdoms or kingdoms within your kingdom power and ability, you can get pretty good amount of kills. Just depends on how long you play and how many marches you're using. The good thing about this KVK is that it's very reminiscent of our KVK 2 KVKs ago, where we played Siege of Orleans, and you also had 4 kingdoms per camp, and we had fighting for so much. And in that KVK, I think, yeah, this is where I got my 35 million kills, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I had a lot of wait, actually, I think I spent around 6 billion resources total, so across all 4 resources. And I use T4s, so I'm not even using T5s. I'm using T4s on the field, which is why I don't really need as much gold. I spend probably more gold on my equipment than actual fighting. So gold is not something I'm, you know, in fear of. It's usually food, because food is a little less, you know, plentiful compared to wood, for example, or stone. At least for me, food has always been an issue, but sometimes I get maybe some help from the bank. Yeah. Okay, who messaged me? Hello, hope you see this. Are you Russian? Name sounds Russian. Oh, cool. Nice. Not bad, not bad. Ah, I see a Garrison player. Okay, okay. Okay, I see you. I spent speed up tech to unlock T5. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of speed ups. That's a lot of speed ups. Maybe if you want to wait enough, you can maybe wait for the Zenith and then do the tech for that. I'm not really someone who advocates going for Zenith as a free-to-play low spender. But if it's like a skin that's not really too, you know, great, and if you're in a continent that's not too competitive, I mean, in those circumstances, I think that could go okay. But you also have to take in mind you have to recover from getting the skin and acquiring that much power and using all those resources and speed ups. It's gonna take you some time to recover, trust me. I've seen people do that and get 11th, and yeah, that's a lot of damage, like psychological too. Okay. Nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh yeah, we got the Kahar key. Nice. So the good thing about removing the daily quests is you don't have to spend a Kahar every day. You can just hoard them until the pass opening or a major fight. So I think that's a big upside too. Yeah, let's... Oh! That is just easy. Maybe I should do that first. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. So that's gonna be quest number 2. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna be food. And then last one's gonna be gold. Okay, good. Yeah, you can definitely take a rune. You can also use a 25% expansion in the first 2 to 3 days. You can use a token. You can do a lot of things, but I don't plan to really chain that much any longer. Let's see, is there any good rune for chaining? This one is kind of helpful. 5% damage. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a good one for chaining. Because you want to kill the barbs, and march speed is good. Training speed. Training speed. Okay. But yeah, you can definitely do better than I do, but I'm just doing it. I'm just doing something to pass the time while I talk to you guys. So. It's day 1, you know, it's not like I remember before Heroic Anthem had fog, so the first 2 to 3 days were all about like doing fog and yeah, and getting all the... Oh wait, are there any tribal villages anymore? No? Or caves? Yeah, did they remove the caves too? Damn. Well, in that case... Oh yeah, I used all the maps for speed ups. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, makes sense. I'm surprised I'm being so healthy for now, like no buffs or anything, just really good gear. To be fair, I have a good gear with my Zuge, like all legendary and crit boots, so pretty tanky. And also have the archer skin on, the copy palace which gives defense, so very good pickup for me. Like, even though it was like a mean pickup, because prior to this I only had 1. Oh no, I wanted to get 1 legendary skin and top copy was the easiest one. but in turn also got the most use because I use it all throughout the off season and most of KVK when I'm not fighting. And I only switch to Twilight Falls when I'm in Ark of Osiris. And this KVK I was thinking to do more about the infantry one, but this KVK has a lot of skill damage bastions, so I think doing this one makes more sense. So okay. I haven't read many Dostoevsky books, so I'm not familiar with all the characters. But to be fair, Raskolnikov sounds very familiar. I think I may have read it in school. What's that book again called? I think we did read one book from Dostoevsky. It's been years. I can't remember exactly. Every KVK without gathering, I have 12 resources farm. Nice. Yeah, that's with that amount you can do a lot of kills, man. If you know what you're doing, you can easily get at least 30 million to 50, 60. Just depends on how much fighting there is and how strong you are and how many marches you use, of course. So actually, let's try it. Yeah, this one's not gonna happen. You know what? That's... yeah, you're gonna leash. Yeah. Fuck it. That's okay. Okay, how many? Hour. Okay, so this finishes nearly an hour later. So that's gonna be my batch just done for the day, and which means I can do my canyon quest now. Okay, let's do more canyon, and I'm probably gonna call the stream off. Can I show my alliance resource? Yes, I can. Just let me finish this first. Yeah, that looks solid. 0 fucks given. Alright. Infantry guy. Okay. Yeah, doing full infantry. Not a great idea. Zuge Herman. Nice march. Nice. Okay. Alliance resources. Well, is there a way to calculate this? Oh yeah, I think this is it. But it's like 2 million each in the off season, I think. I'm not too sure. I don't really pay attention to it. If you find a group of barbs, that's the ideal situation. But if you find even 2, that's still value for your AP. Like this, prior to the nerves, like the hidden nerves, I think you could probably chain from here and then from here all the way to here without too much problem. But now I think it's a bit more tricky. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a day. I'm gonna tweak some settings around and configure a bit more. I'm probably gonna be streaming on the day of pass opening, so it's gonna be next Wednesday. And probably before that happens, we're gonna make a video about something, maybe the update, maybe possibly something pops up, I don't know. But until then, I'm gonna be continuing to prepare for this KVK as best as possible and with as much time spared as possible. Yeah, see, they're starting to leave already. Yeah, that's nice. And yeah, if you want the crystal tech guides, I can show you that I follow. You can find it in the very description of this video, but it looks like this. And I got to this part. Actually, no, I got to